Hello, my dear. This is Deepak Singhal. Welcome you all to the channel of Vidya Guru. And in this video, which is the fourth edition for the April month, I'll be discussing about some of these topics. And we'll also be discussing about what do you understand by a unicorn company and what has ED recently done with this company, which is called Byju's. So before I start the session, it is my humble request that if you are my listeners for the first timer, then it is just my request to press the subscribe button along with the bell icon. And the only thing it will cost you is nothing but a benefit that whenever my video is uploaded, it will reach to you guys instantly. So let's start the class without wasting the time. The very first current affair it is talking about West Bengal, topping of water census. And my dear, this census is the first ever census released by Ministry of Jal Shakti. And if you remember, this ministry was created only in 2019. So it is a newly created ministry. And this ministry has released the data of number of water bodies which are available in different states of India. In which first state is West Bengal, second state is Uttar Pradesh, and so on. Whereas Sikkim has the lowest number of water bodies. The census has been conducted in convergence with the 6th minor irrigation census under the irrigation census scheme launched by Ministry of Jal Shakti. So this is the complete data showing West Bengal at number 1, Uttar Pradesh number 2, Andhra Pradesh number 3, and so on. Whereas states with least water bodies, Sikkim at number 1, Chandigarh at number 2, Delhi at number 3. Whereas the states which has lost various water bodies to encroachment sites, in that list, UP stands at number 1, Tamil Nadu number 2, Andhra Pradesh number 3. Apart from that, guys, we have the next news about the Ajaya Warrior 2023, which is a biennial training event with the United Kingdom alternates between UK and India. Last time this exercise was conducted in Uttarakhand of India in October 2021. And this time it is being conducted at Salisbury Plain and will go till 11th of May 2023. Then we have the next news about Madam Nandini Gupta, which has been crowned Femina Miss India World 2023. The grand ceremony which was conducted and recently held, which is the 59th edition of this. She has already won it. And the first runner-up is Madam Shreya Punja from Delhi. And the second runner-up is Madam Luwang from Manipur. The Thau Naujom Strela Luwang from Manipur. The event featured dazzling performances by Karthik Aryan and Ananya Pandey. And now, Madam Nandini will represent India at the 71st Miss World program that will take place in United Arab Emirates. Then we have the next important news about unicorn, the Harun Global Unicorn Index. My dear, what is a unicorn? Unicorn is that company whose worth has crossed $1 billion. So if your worth is at least $1 billion and if you have crossed it, it means you are a unicorn company. So according to Harun Global Unicorn Index 2023, recently released on 18th of April, India continues to be the world's third largest country in terms of numbers of unicorn company, where AdTech Byju's total worth is 22 billion. It has topped the list of Indian unicorns, followed by Swiggy and fantasy sports platform Dream11, which is a 8 billion unicorn company. And Swiggy is also somewhat around 8 billion unicorn company each. Whereas in terms of unicorns, America stands at number 1, China stands at number 2. So the most important thing is that Byju's is the only Indian unicorn among the list of top 10 biggest rises in the valuation period since pre-COVID times. Total number of unicorns available in India are 138, out of which 70 were established by Indians, but their headquarters are located outside India, while 68 are based only in India. So there are the top 5 countries in terms of unicorn, whereas the top 5 cities with most unicorns are San Francisco, New York, Beijing, Shanghai, London. In this list, you don't have a city, even a single city of India. The most important thing is that what has happened with Byju's. My dear Byju's, the most important thing is that this is a 22 billion unicorn company of India, completely a tech company. And according to Enforcement Directorate, the Baiju company has not followed FEMA laws, which is a Foreign Exchange Management Act. And because it has not followed FEMA Act, this is the reason why Baiju's is under the radar of India, or under the radar of Enforcement Directorate. As far as Baiju is concerned, my dear, it was founded only in the year 2011 by Ravindran Baiju, Ravindran Baiju is the person who is behind this Baiju's company. And my dear, Ravindran Baiju has recently got about 24,000 crore. He has recently got 24,000 crore in foreign exchange. He has recently got 24,000 crore in foreign exchange, and because of this company was highlighted, and this company because of this heavy foreign exchange, or because of this heavy foreign exchange grant which this company received, this company it came under the radar of ED, Enforcement Directorate, and the ED started sending the summoning letter to Ravindran Baiju. But the only problem is Ravindran Baiju not followed the summon letter, and he never showed up in the office of Baiju, in the office of ED. So very recently, in the month of April, I think it was on 30th April, ED raided the offices of Baiju's and even approached the home where the Ravindran Baiju was living. So what is the major problem? The major problem is the balance sheet. Every company who is receiving the foreign aid is required to maintain the balance sheet, and also required to tell the government of India that how much money they have received in grant and how much money they have spent, like in all the expenditures which the company has to incur. As far as Baiju's company is concerned, my dear, 2021 to 22 balance sheet of this company has not been filed. And because this year balance sheet has not been filed, according to ED, they sensed that there is some disturbance, there is some corruption. This is the reason why they started sending the summoning letter to Ravindran Baiju for the past 5 or 7 months. But Ravindran Baiju not responded to the summon letter, and even he didn't show up in the office of ED. So this is the reason why ED approached Sir Ravindran Baiju and also raided 2 of his offices. Now they are finding out the documents, that if they found something fishy, you guys will get it in the news next day. But the most important thing is that Baiju is a unicorn company in the education sector. Then we have Ratan Tata, who has been honored with Australia's highest civilian award. Yes, what is this award? Tata Sons chairman, Mr. Ratan Tata, has received this award, which is Order of Australia. And this award is the highest civilian award of India. Now you guys will have to tell me which is the highest civilian award for India, means which is the highest civilian award of India, sorry. The award was announced by Barry O'Farrell, which is Australia's High Commissioner to India. Award was given to Ratan Tata for his contribution in strengthening the bilateral relations between India and Australia. Ratan Tata has been a strong supporter of the 2022 India-Australia Economic Cooperation and Trade Agreement. Yes. Then we have something about this award. This award was created in 1975 by Elizabeth II, the Queen of Australia, after a recommendation to the Australian government. Yes. So this award is generally given to that person who has been honored with some kind of achievement or merit in service to the Australia or humanity. Chancellor is David Hurley, whereas the sovereign head is Charles III of Australia. Then we have something about WHO. WHO has issued an alert over India-made cough syrup, which is called guaifenesin. The guaifenesin, WHO has issued a red alert because of unacceptable amounts of diethylene glycol and ethylene glycol in the tested samples of this syrup. This syrup is being manufactured by Punjab-based QP Pharmacab Limited. And according to WHO, A consignment of this contained even the contaminated cough syrups, which are made in India. It has been found in the Marshall Islands and Micronesia. As far as this syrup, which is called guaifenesin, is used, it is generally used to relieve the symptoms of cough and tightness in the chest. But the problem is it contains some unacceptable amounts of diethylene glycol and ethylene glycol. So this is the most important problem. The latest alert comes months after WHO linked another cough syrup made in India, which led to the child deaths in Gambia and Uzbekistan, if you guys remember something. So why India is all the time under the radar? My dear, India is the world's largest exporter of generic drugs. What are generic drugs? We actually sell out most of the medicine at such affordable prices to the developing countries, which are very, very costly in some of the developed nations. But in recent months, several Indian companies have come under the scrutiny for the quality of their drugs, with experts raising concerns about the manufacturing practices used to make these drugs. But if you will ask me, we don't have the proper evidence that it is only because of Indian cough syrup which led to the child deaths in Gambia and Uzbekistan. So according to Indians, it is something called Western propaganda as far as Indians are concerned, or India is concerned in terms of generic drugs. Because various big pharmaceutical companies are experiencing some kind of loss because of this step of India. Then we have UP, who has launched the plan to promote adoption of electric vehicles. Yes, the Chief Minister of UP, Yogi Adityanath, has launched an ambitious plan to promote the adoption of EVs in the state. And as a part of this program, the government has set a target to convert all the vehicles used by government departments into EVs by 2030 in a phased manner. Apart from that, UP is also trying to establish some kind of charging infrastructures in various parts of the state so that all the EV buyers, they should get some kind of quality infrastructure and timely charging apparatus. Then we have Sonam Wangchuk, who has been honored with the prestigious Santokba Humanitarian Award. This person is a distinguished engineer, innovator, educationist, and sustainable development reformist. He has been honored with this prestigious award by Sri Ramakrishna Exports, which is a leading company in diamond crafting and exports. So something about Sonam Wangchuk. He is the person who can be seen in the right side of the person who is awarding him with the SRK award. Wangchuk is the founder, director of Students' Educational and Cultural Movements of Ladakh called SECMOL. Then we have another news related to central government, who has recently issued the Animal Birth Control Rules 2023. My dear, these rules are designed to comply with the guidelines set by Supreme Court in a writ petition involving that Animal Welfare Board of India and the People for Elimination of Stray Dogs. The Supreme Court issued several orders emphasizing that relocation of dogs was not permissible. I'm repeating again. Supreme Court emphasized it that the relocation of dogs was not permissible. Yes, dear. Then we have National Highway Authority of India to develop 10,000 kilometers of optic fiber cables across India by the financial year 2025. The objective of this step is to provide internet connectivity to the last mile and also to support 5G and 6G telecommunication technology. The NHAI has identified pilot tracks for the development of digital highways, including Delhi-Mumbai Expressway and Hyderabad-Bangalore corridor. Then we have something about this company. This company called NHAI, established in 1995. Headquarters, it is in Delhi. Chairman is Santosh Kumar Yadav. And right now, this company is under Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, whose minister is Sir Nitin Gadkari. Then we have Kerala government, who initiated One Panchayat, One Playground, which is a project aimed at the sports culture in the state by establishing high quality playgrounds in every panchayat. So in this way, you are just trying to support and you are just trying to inculcate the sports culture in the state by establishing some kind of high quality playgrounds. One Panchayat, One Playground project was launched by the Chief Minister of this state, Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan. And during the inauguration, he emphasized the significance of the strong sports culture. Then we have Railway Minister to introduce Vande Bharat by December 2023. Our Railway Minister is Mr. Ashnavi Vaishnav, who is an IAS officer. He announced that the Union government plans to introduce this metro by December 23 after the successful launch of Vande Bharat Express, which is a semi-high-speed train operating in the several parts of the country. My dear, this metro network is expected to connect major cities and provide a cost-effective mode of transportation. He's Sir Ashnavi Vaishnav, and this is how Vande Metro will look like. Then we have Ghana. Ghana has approved and has made the history by becoming the first country in the world to approve a highly effective malaria vaccine developed by the scientists at the University of Oxford in United Kingdom. The vaccine called R21 has exceeded the World Health Organization's target of 75% efficacy, making it a significant milestone in a fight against malaria. Capital of Ghana is Accra. President is Nana Akufo-Addo and currency is Cedi. This is the vaccine of malaria. Then we have the annual exercise Locked Shields was hosted very recently by NATO, which is a North Atlantic Treaty Organization. So this exercise was launched by NATO's Cooperative Cyber Defense Center of Excellence in Tallinn, which is in Estonia. Locked Shield is an annual cyber defense exercise, my dear, hosted by NATO in Tallinn, and the exercise started on 18th of April 2023. More than 3,000 participants from 38 countries, including NATO allies and partners, took part in this exercise. So this exercise generally stimulates what? It stimulates real-time attacks and tests the strategic decision-making in the critical situations. Something about the NATO alliance. Currently, it is having 31 members, established on 4th of April 1949. Founder states are US, UK, France, Canada, Italy. Headquarters, it is in Brussels, Belgium, where the Secretary General is Mr. Jens Stoltenberg. The most important thing is that very recently, Finland has been accepted as a 31st member of the NATO. Then we have Operation Kaveri. This operation has been launched during a civil war in Sudan. There is a fight going on here between the army and the paramilitary rapid support force in Sudan since 15th of April. Both the sides are actually fighting for control, actually where the problem started and when it started. Sudan is an African country. And my dear, it was on 25th of October 2021 when under a military coup, the army started running the country. So now there is a problem between two groups, army and the paramilitary group. So this is where the problem has started. Both the sides are fighting for the control of Sudan. So in order to rescue the people, we have named the operation as Operation Kaveri. And according to WHO, 413 people have died so far. Sudan is an African country located, as you can see in the map, it is located by the side of Red Sea. This is Red Sea. This is Arabian Peninsula, and this is the country which we say Sudan. 3,551 people have been injured. Capital Khartoum has become the center of war. Therefore, the airport here at Khartoum is closed. So this Operation Kaveri is something very, very serious, something very, very difficult. Currency is Sudanese pound and capital is Khartoum. So now we have some of the previous relief campaigns. For example, in year 2022, we started Ganga operation after Russians' attack on Ukraine. 2015, we started Operation Rahat when a conflict started in Yemen. 2015, we started Operation Maitri after the earthquake in Nepal. So every time Indian Air Force, Indian Army and Indian Navy has proved to be an asset when such a problem arises in any part of the world. Then we have Japan's health ministry, who has recently approved a country's first abortion pill like this. Yes, dear. It is a major step for reproductive rights decades after other countries made abortion pill widely available. The ministry's pharmaceutical board granted approval to the Mifigo-Pak, which is an abortion pill manufactured by British pharmaceutical Line Pharma. Yes, dear. Then we have another news regarding Muhammad Shahabuddin Chupu becoming the 22nd president of Bangladesh, taking over from Sir Abdul Hamid in a ceremony attended by Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, politicians, judges, senior officials, and the event was held at the historic Darbar Hall of Bangabhan, where the Speaker Shirin Sharmin Chaudhary administered the oath to Shahabuddin. Bangabhan. Then we have the next important news regarding some Bangladesh. Capital is Dhaka, Prime Minister is Sheikh Hasina, and currency is Taka. Then we have next program regarding Vote from Home initiative introduced for the first time in Karnataka. Yes, my dear, this program was introduced for the first time in Karnataka Assembly elections by the Election Commission of India. The procedure was chosen by around 8,900 people who are above 80 years or old with disabilities in Bengaluru. So it is a right program in the right direction. IIT Madras, next important point. IIT Madras has to set up India's first IIT in Africa, that too in Tanzania. So this is going to be first IIT outside India, which will be operating in Tanzania of Africa, with classes scheduled to begin in October. The new campus will be located in Zanzibar and marks IIT Madras' first international campus. V. Kamakoti, the institute's director, announced the plan during his address at IIT Madras 64th Institute Day. This is how this IIT Madras will be opening shortly in Tanzania. Setting up of the first Indian Institute of Technology in Africa is significant for several reasons. It will strengthen, by the way, the ties between India and Africa. It will promote technical education. It will bridge the skill gap and also will encourage innovation and research in this continent. Then we have Bengaluru, who is all set to witness the Zero Shadow Day. You must have encountered this image over social media, especially Instagram. Yes, dear. On Tuesday, that is on 25th of April, Bengaluru, which is India's technological hub, capital of Karnataka, and also the startup capital of India, poised to witness a unique celestial event which is known as Zero Shadow Day. According to Astronomical Society of India, any vertical object in the city will not cast any shadow due to the sun's position directly overhead. This phenomena is expected to occur at around 12:17 p.m. and it lasted for several minutes. The Indian Institute of Astrophysics in Bengaluru has made arrangements to observe the event, while the citizens across the city also geared up to witness it. This is how it was witnessed. All the vertical objects, they did not have any shadow. Then we have Logistics Performance Index, which is released by World Bank. And my dear, according to this index, Singapore and Finland are the most efficient and highest ranked LPI, means Logistic Performance Index countries as per this index. Whereas India is ranked at number 38 out of 139 countries in this index. Earlier, we were 6 places down. Now we are 6 places up at position number 38. So logistics is very, very important as far as the management of the international trade is concerned, my dear. Then we have the next important report that is called SIPRI report on global military spending in April 2023. SIPRI, which stands for Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, has released a report on global military spending in April 2023. The report is titled as Trends in World Military Expenditure. According to this report, India's military expenditure in 2022 stood at $81.4 billion. This is about 6% higher in comparison to the previous year. whereas in 2021, our military expenditure stood at $76.6 billion. How much higher is China's military expenditure? China spends about $292 billion, means 4 times larger than India. And top 5 countries in terms of military expenditure are United States, $877 billion there. China, $292 billion. Russia, $86.4 billion. And we spend about $81.4 billion, which is about 6 trillion rupees. See, where is 6 trillion and where is 71 trillion? The gap between first and fourth is too high. Then we have the 3 largest spenders on military in the year 2022, all knows, United States, China, Russia. All these 3, they account for 56% of the world's total military expenditure. So this company, SIPRI, was established on 6th of May 1966, headquarters it in Sweden, in Stockholm. Chairman is Jan Eliasson. Then we have Pankaj Singh, Cycling Federation of India's president, who is also the BJP MLA from Noida, and the son of the Union Defense Minister Rajnath Singh. Yes, he has been elected unopposed as the Cycling Federation of India president in the annual general body meeting in Nainital. Mahendrapal Singh was elected as the Secretary General for the 2nd consecutive term, while Sudesh Kumar of Kerala was elected as a treasurer. 26 states and boards affiliated to CFI participated in this annual general meeting. This is Pankaj Kumar Singh, son of Rajnath Singh. Then we have next important news. Chief Minister Prakash Singh Badal, 5-time Chief Minister of Punjab Legislative, passed away on 25th of April 2023. He was 95 years old and he complained of some difficulty in breathing problem. Sorry, he complained of some difficulty in breathing, and he was hospitalized in one of the hospitals in Mohali, where he passed away. How many times he was elected as a legislator? He experienced as a leader of Akali Dal. First elected in 1957. Since then, he has been elected as legislator for 9 times. He led the party as its president from 95 to 2008. He has become or being the Chief Minister of Punjab already for 5 times, like between 1970 to 71, 77 to 80, 97 to 2002, 2007 to 12, and very recently from 12 to 17. Government of India even honored him with Padma Vibhushan, the 2nd highest civilian award in 2015. And you need to answer me the highest civilian award of India. Then we have World Intellectual Property Day, observed every year on 26th of April. This time the theme was Women and IP, Accelerating Innovation and Creativity. This day actually aims to strengthen or aims to highlight the importance of overcoming the challenges faced by women in the field of IP and unlocking their full potential. Then the next is World Creativity and Innovation Day, celebrated every year on 21st of April. And my dear, this day generally focused on what? Actually, this day is celebrated in order to raise awareness about the crucial role that innovation and creativity plays in human development. This day is focused on achieving sustainable development goals through promoting and celebrating creativity and innovation. That is the key. Most important thing after that is the Panchayati Day, celebrated every year on 24th of April. In order to commemorate the enactment of the 73rd Amendment Act 1992, my dear, which added the 11th schedule in the Constitution. And here, the Panchayat was given the constitutional status in India. The day is celebrated to acknowledge the national local self-governance and democratic decentralization. Is there anyone in the class who can answer me that who is called the father of local self-government in India? This year, the theme was Sustainable Panchayat, building healthy, water-efficient, clean and green villages. Then we have Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He attended even the National Panchayat Raj Day celebrations in MP, where he laid the foundation stones and inaugurated projects worth 17,000 crore. He virtually attended this housewarming ceremony where the 4.11 lakh beneficiaries of Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, all participated. He launched a campaign called Joint Step Towards Development for the Inclusive Development of MP. Then we have World Day for Safety and Health at Work 2023, which is observed globally on 28th of April. My dear, the theme was a safe and healthy working environment as a fundamental principle and right at work. Whereas, my dear, this day aims to raise the awareness about importance of protecting workers against any kind of occupational hazards, diseases, and accidents. Something about ILO, International Labour Organization. This was established in 2003. And this ILO established this day for the first time in 2003. This day was celebrated in 2003 for the first time. And since then, every year, we are observing it on 28th of April. Whereas this institution was established in 1919. Director General is Gilbert Hongbo, whereas the headquarters, it is in Geneva, Switzerland. So this is the end of today's bulletin on April month. I think you must have liked all the important topics which I discussed today. So if you seriously liked it, then it is just my humble request that if you have still not subscribed the channel, then kindly do it fast. The only thing which I'll get is your support. The only thing which I will get in return is the satisfaction that whenever my video will go live, it will reach to my students instantly. I just want to help you guys as much as possible in all the government examination that you guys are preparing for. So this is the end of today's bulletin. We'll see you in the next class very soon. Thank you guys. Take care. And yes, start preparing from now onwards because you don't have much time.